And that's what you need in this game.
Well, if you look at the mentality of a champion, then Phil Taylor is the archetypal one. It's about as good as you're going to get for a man to have sustained the level of success he has over the years, over the decades.
Decades, yeah.
It's just
decades.
unreal.
And he still believes he can get 20 world titles.
Certainly does. And look at this, he's trying to fill it up. He's going to come down the board and
127.
Pulling that one left into the 7. We've seen that before.
Yes, we have. It's a nice steady start. It's a steady start.
96.
That's
now,
lovely.
Michael Smith in Austria last weekend, he came out and threw 114 average in his first game. In the next game, it didn't start well for him, and then he couldn't summon up enough to get... We were talking earlier on, Russ, about grinding out results, about finding ways to win games when you're not playing your best.
Yep.
Now, already here, Michael Smith, a couple of visits to the board, and he's not putting the darts where he wants to. Is he already thinking, oh, this isn't where I want to be, this isn't where I want to be? Is he already panicking a bit?
I can't say he's playing Phil Taylor. Obviously he is, in the obvious sense. In his own head, he's got to play the dartboard. Has he prepped okay for it? Is it the fact that he's got filled his second round game? Is it the fact that he needs, or we all need the money, but wants the money that much to you know, keep getting up the rankings? They're under a lot of pressure. And your second round game, and you've got Phil Taylor, you know, the legend in the game, doesn't help that cause. So it could be a little bit that he's playing Phil Taylor as opposed to his normal game on the board.
Well, we'll see. We shall see. As Phil Taylor misses double top for Shanghai, but he will be back. And Michael Smith just needs to find something here. Just needs to get in his groove. There we go. That's where he wants it.
Lovely.
That's much more like it, Michael Smith.
That's the sort of thing that will settle him down. That's the sort of thing that, you know, he's within a sniff of Phil here. Phil don't take this out, then he's got a good chance. And it looked like he's going to have a go.
Oh, Phil Taylor, last start, Phil. Wow. So Phil Taylor gets the first leg on the board. Michael Smith, well, he'll feel a lot better just having got that 140 under his belt. And that way, he's everywhere but there.
Yeah, that's
Michael
right.
Smith.
Yep, I would have thought one of those was in. Phil's a very easy, slow player. He's not the quickest player in the world. But of course his accuracy has been unsurmounted. But he's a nice steady thrower as well, you know. Slowing Michael up because Michael's more of a rhythm, quick thrower. So that's another factor that could come into it. Plus it's a very, very short format for these boys.
Yeah,
you've got to jump in. You've got to jump in. You know, knock the opponent out in the first round, so to speak.
100.
Well, these two did meet in the European Tour. That was actually in Berlin, on the one I mentioned earlier, where Phil Taylor went up to win it, and there's a 180 from Michael Smith. More like it from the young man, the 23-year-old from St Helens. But yeah, they did meet in Berlin, and Phil absolutely tore him up. 6-0, 109 average, nearly 110.
100.
Yes, that's what he can do, as we know, as we have seen.
Oh, this is great for Michael Smith.
Lovely.
He's found his rhythm now. Found his rhythm.
That's all it needs. You get up there and throw your rhythm, throw your pace.
Winner of this one goes through to play Jamie Caden.
Ooh, that's not easy. Well, Jamie beat Phil in
He did beat
Austria
Phil last weekend. He did a 6-5. And there we go. A 14-dart leg for Michael Smith. A bit more like it for the young man.
Phil to throw first. Game on.
I do like these cutthroat tournaments like this, where it's just literally a sprint. You know, it's you've got no time to
100.
settle in. You've got to go bang. But well, the game of darts anyway is one of the only games in the world where you can't play defensive as such. You have got to be offensive from the start.
And that is offensive for Michael Smith. Second 180 for Michael Smith, and he is just getting into the groove now.
Against the throw, this is as well. So there's Phil coming back. That's two of them. Yep.
140.
Very close.
Now then, Michael Smith.
What can we do here? Tell by his face that wasn't in. Great darts. Great darts.
Well, we have seen some cracking games here today already, not least that Dean Winstanley one against Adrian Lewis-80 with an 11-dart leg to win it at the end there. Are we going to be treated to similar fare in this one? And with the ones to come, Michael Van Gerwen, Benito van der Pas, Gary Anderson and Dyson Parody, and then Simon Whitlock, Kevin Painter, as he'll fight it out for a place in the third round.
Makes the mouth water, doesn't it?
Really does, really does. And Phil Taylor's not on a finish here. So Michael will be, you see him grimacing at the back there. He knows if he just hit one treble in that last visit, it would be a lot easier when he comes back to the board, because you don't often get a lot of chances to break Phil Taylor.
That's right. He'll go 19 route here. Treble 19, 19 ball. Or another one of those. Oh, what's he at? 78. That is very unlucky. He's left 48. So he goes 16 or 8.
86.
Left tops. Phil's got to take this out. Treble 19 double top. He's got to take it out.
Well, these are the kinds of finishes that Phil Taylor has hit up time and time and time again as he's won his 16 world titles.
Yeah,
oh,
look
at this.
This will be a great take.
Oh, double finish from Phil Taylor.
One end of the ball to the other.
Well, he started off with a 180 in that leg. He went 140 in the next visit, Michael Smith. And Phil Taylor's just reminded him there who the governor is.
I'm boss, young man. Still, I am boss. Your time will come, but not just yet. You can imagine it kind of going through his head. It's the mentality of the man.
45.
Georgie Noble calling the numbers for us.
Phil is obviously a man of unrivalled experience in the game of darts. You've been on there calling some of his greatest victories, and indeed, you know, some of his defeats.
Yes,
as few as they are.
Yes, I've gone on so. Certainly 2 world finals.
I mean, have you ever seen him flustered? What's the most sort of panicked or worried you've seen him? Because he always seems so in control. Usually because he's about 9-0 ahead.
Yeah. No, not really. It's. I mean, I called the final when John Park beat Phil in the World Championships, and the same with Barney. But flustered, he never shows it. He never show it to you.
Got that little habit of chewing his flights, hasn't he?
Bites the end of his flights, but I don't really see that because I'm looking that way. But of course he must get flustered, and of course he does. You know, if you're chasing Phil and you're on his tail, you know, I don't care what world champion you are in what sport. If someone's on your tail, you're looking behind, so you're wobbling a bit. Yeah. You know, that happens.
Well, certainly, I remember at the World Championships when Barney came roaring back after him after Phil, you know, looked like he was going to romp to victory, and his hand was shaking. Yeah. He was worried. He just got over the line, Phil Taylor.
We went down to the final leg, the sudden death leg on that particular final. Phil hit a 180 and Barney followed it, and that was the changing that leg. Big time.
Well, here Phil Taylor's got a great opportunity to attack the Smith throw. If he gets that treble, go over the top of that one. Oh, well, you fancy it with the way they were. Phil likes to sort of
sit them on top.
Them on there.
Yeah. 146. Looks to be a nice little finish. We'll set it up now. Great dart. Great dart. Leave double 8. Shanghai on the 20s. This is well within his capability.
Certainly is.
There
Double top he wants.
And double top he gets. 120 checkout for Phil the Power Taylor. That's a breaker throw.
Marvellous darts.
Fifth leg Phil to throw first. Game on.
And he'll want to impress in this leg. Again, 4-1, you're 3 behind. Psychological. There's only one break, but it's psychological. You know, you're 2 away from winning the match, and he's 3 away from you. You know.
Yeah. Michael Smith staring at, thinking I can only afford to lose one more leg, and that's it.
Yeah.
And this is the greatest player in the world. No respect for Michael Smith, though. He wants to beat him up.
He does.
great first dart from Phil Taylor. That's exactly where he wants it. It's no surprise he's followed it with a second. How about a third?
Oh my word! Clips off the barrel.
Always difficult with Phil because he does have a fatter barrel than a lot of players, doesn't he? And so, you know, he's so accurate, but he's not the biggest 180 hitter in the world.
That's why he used to cover a lot, come down on the 19s. Even when he had the pencil ones, he used to come down on the treble, and always used to seem to hit it all the time. His cover was superb.
95.
Oh, just a chance here for Michael Smith.
Big chance, actually. A big chance. Yeah.
Lovely stuff.
31.
That's 91, so...
Potentially 11 dart leg for Michael Smith here. What is Phil Taylor going to be sat on? A grimace from the power.
It's going to be sat on 108, so 91. Will he go to 25 route? I think he should. He has 16.
He's got the treble.
He has.
Oh, superb. Michael Smith, 91. And he breaks back immediately. You've got to think that's pretty much what he needed to do against Phil Taylor.
Definitely. Definitely. And he won that leg comfortably as well. He needs to open up big.
95.
Not bad, not bad. You know, 100 on his throw each time. Ooh. There we go.
118.
That's the outstanding leg we've seen so far, a 12 darter. Nothing going beyond 6 visits to the board. It's kind of what you expect with these two, really.
You certainly wouldn't expect more than that, would you?
I don't think we'll see a Justin Pipe 32 dart leg.
No, I don't think so. But, hey, not in the realms of it not happening, is it?
I say Justin Pipe was that 32 dart leg against Pete Dias, and Justin Pipe opened up the next one with 180.
Yeah.
140.
Still average 95 despite that.
Cracking in it. The superb. Phil can hit a 140 or something. Oh, I want a ton, very least. Yeah.
100.
And he gets
gives
it.
him a finish. Gives him a finish. Michael's still favourite, but it gives him a finish.
Yeah, and Michael's got to do something here. Oh, he's found a treble.
He has as well.
81.
So, it's a big one.
It is.
Oh, that's not far away, but it's...
Thickness of the wire. Thickness of the wire underneath it.
60.
He'd be disappointed with that. He'd be very disappointed with that shot.
Yeah, he could have really applied some pressure, but Michael Smith, 101 he needs.
82.
There's the treble 14, and Topsy wants to Topsy gets 101 to match his 91 in the previous leg.
Awesome. Level playing game. We're all square. We're all square, best of 5.
Game on.
Taylor does have the advantage of throwing first.
He do.
And he'll be fully aware of that. Just taking a moment.
I think there was someone shouting in the ground there, I think. I don't know.
$120.
It's brewing up into a lovely little game, isn't
Yeah,
it?
you can tell, can't you? Everybody fixated on what's going on. You always get that alley-pally. Obviously, it's a big festival of noise, but there are certain times in certain games where it just goes quiet and everybody's just watching every single
That's
dart.
right. That's
Even the
right.
guys dressed as Big Bird from Sesame Street.
And the Smurfs.
There's, yeah, the Smurfs. They can't take their eyes off it.
57.
That's one exciting tournament.
Certainly is. Certainly is. And from what I understand, every single table seat at the William Hill World Championship is sold out.
Already gone? Already gone?
Already gone.
You're too late if you're thinking of getting one of those.
Yeah. Your phone will be going mental as we get towards December, Russ. Or can
Normally
you get
does.
me in? Can you get me in?
Yeah, you once a year, mates.
144.
I hope you get a lot of good Christmas presents that time of year.
Oh, cross me palm. I'm not going to say with silver, but a little brown drop of juice in a bottle always goes down very well, Dan. That's great darts.
128.
That's great darts.
Yeah, and Michael Smith's a long way back here.
He is. 19s. 2 treble not. Oh, no, he's gone up there now.
58.
Let's have a little play about. That's all he's going to do there.
Yeah, up and down the board to no great effect, and Phil Taylor's looking at a 13
Yeah,
darter, and there we go. He lost 2 legs on the spin there, Phil Taylor, but he's back with a 13 dart leg.
Game on.
Ooh,
14.
Robin Hood. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Not the time you want that to happen.
Definitely not. It's never a good time, but certainly not your first throw in the you know.
In a leg you might well have to win against the greatest player that's ever played the game.
Well, you don't want to lose it because Phil would then have the darts to,
57.
for him, look to finish the match.
Yeah. Well, it's another visit without a treble, but Phil didn't get one in his first visit either, so the opportunity is there, and that's perfect for Phil Taylor, just to build upon it. Oh, just rest it on, Phil. Just rest it on there.
There it is. Oh, I thought that was in there. Phil sort of put 100 cushion in front of him here. This is good.
140.
That's good. That's good.
Trading blows, these two.
They are.
We get down to the sharp end of this match.
58.
He'll be disappointed with that one, that's for sure. Michael's back in his Hennessy here now, so...
Oh no, I thought he was going to switch, but he stayed there. He stayed
Brilliant.
there to great effect.
Oh, brilliant effect. What Phil would give for a 180 now? That'd be nice.
Well, he's down to a finish.
He is. Might see
Smith.
the ball come into play here. 60, 14. Ball. Got it.
There it is,
Got it.
124, Michael Smith.
Brilliant.
When it is counted, he is hit. Some very impressive finishes. We've seen the 101, we've seen the 91, and now we've seen that 124.
Brilliant. Brilliant. That's the sort of thing that can just rattle you a little bit, but...
81.
Well, we saw in the Eddie Lewis Winstanley game, Dino managed to break a couple of times with big finishes there. There's a 142, there's a 135.
Yes.
But Eddie still always knew he'd be throwing in the deciding leg if it went that far. And he then pulled out an 11 darter when it really counted and got away with a win. Phil will be thinking exactly the same at this point. Won't he?
He knows he's got the darts in the last leg. Need to win this one though.
Yeah, got to hold his throw.
Need to win this one because now there's the reversal. He needs to hold because if Michael wins that, he's then throwing to win the match. And he's throwing lovely at the minute. He could well do this as well.
When Michael Smith beat Phil Taylor in the World Championships, the final set, I believe the 3 legs he won, he went out on 13, 12 and 14 darts, I believe.
Wow.
But it was genuinely, you know, right up there in world-class darts when it really counted.
Yep.
Is he going to produce a leg like that here? Because he needs one. He's got to break Phil Taylor, and he is down to a finish first.
He is. Phil's got a look. He won't hit 60 here because that won't leave him a finish. Oh dear.
Well, he needs to find a
He's
treble.
got to hit a treble now.
And he's not got
No,
one. So
he's
Michael
not on a
Smith, 6 darts from here for a break, and he'll be throwing for the match in the next leg.
He will just think, please let me leave 32. Here we go. 82. 17 leaves tops. Lovely.
Wow.
Lovely. Phil can only hit a 140 and hope, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Phil Taylor.
Because Michael Smith knows he's got 3 at tops. Minimum.
97.
Well, he's put a dent in it, but Michael Smith doesn't care. He's got 3 darts in his hand, and he's looking at double top for a 5-4
Got
lead.
it.
13 darter. Michael Smith goes within a leg of victory. It's a breaker throw.
10th leg, Michael to
It's the second time he's managed to do it
Game on.
against Phil Taylor, and is the world number 2 going out in his first game in the defence of his Gibraltar darts
Oh, and I
trophy.
said he's got to go big, and he has. He had to go big, and he has. Look at this. The legs he's had to hit to win. Look.
Yeah.
Phil's going to follow him here. Look at this.
Oh, my word.
74.
Back against the wall, and if you're going to put money on anybody to perform when they're up against it, Phil Taylor has got to be number one of that list. But here comes Michael Smith.
I tell you what, it's magic. Absolute magic. These are proper games of darts. You'll not see better than this anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
In any tournament. In any tournament. And these boys are doing this week in, week out, Dan.
And Michael Smith.
Yeah, he's got 19, so he wants to leave 170, yeah? Ooh.
Well, important last start, but he's not got down to a finish, so Phil Taylor should get down to a finish first. He needs to win this leg and the next one, Phil Taylor, but this is the crucial one. This is the one where Smith threw first.
It might come down. I stayed there, brilliant.
104.
Phil Tayller, we talked about Adrian Lewis pulling out an 11 darter when he needed it against Dean Winstanley in the final leg. Phil Taylor needed this right now, and he's on an 11 darter himself.
78.
Yeah,
Who we
87.
87.
Here we go. Treble 17 to leave. They're going to go 20 ball now, or 60 double 5. He'll go bullseye, and he'll go for this.
Oh, it's not far away.
Michael has a great chance.
101.
Well, is he going to get a match start here, Michael Smith? A match start to beat Phil Taylor for just the second time in his career. He's hit that tops. Oh, it's one that goes begging. Flying round the board, Michael Smith, and he had double top to knock Phil Taylor out.
9 for double 8. Oh, just slip inside that.
Oh my word, Phil Taylor has missed 2 darts to take it to a decider where we would have the throw. Michael Smith has missed a dart, a double top already, a match start. He's got 3 more in his hand.
Oh, we rushed that a bit. That's a great marker.
And he uses it! Michael Smith, the 6-4 win! Look at the celebration from him. Phil the Power Taylor dumped out in his first match here in Gibraltar. He will not retain his trophy. Russ Bright, what do you make of that?
Well, I'll tell you what, the young pretender coming up there, stuck in there, he matched Phil. He matched Phil blow for blow, and in the end he gave him the knockout punch that Phil walked onto, and you know,
come on, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Phil Taylor!
Absolutely tremendous.
Certainly can't. Michael Smith is through. He will face Jamie Caven, the number 12 seed, in the next round for a place in the quarter-finals. We're going to grab a few words with him, I think, with our MC Jacques Neulart, and then we will be back. We have some more top action for you, and it's the world number 1, the reigning world champion, Michael van Gerwen, against Benito van der Pas.
Beginning of the match, Phil took out 2 massive shots, the 97 and the 120. I thought, ooh, he's going to go with it now.
No, I was starting the double waiting, but when he went 3-1 up, I was just stood behind him when, no, I went 3-0 down to him in the Worlds for the first set. I thought, I can still win this, just outscored him. And obviously the pressure got to him in the last leg. I don't know if Phil feels pressure, but he must have done to miss 2 darts for a double, and I just stepped in and took the chance.
Beating Phil once is a great achievement. Beating him twice is unbelievable. But when you beat him on the World Championship stage, the next match, you lost. Tomorrow you have to play again?
Yeah, I beat him in the Worlds, I lost 6-2, and I played him again, lost 6-0, so I thought it's not going to be 3 times on the spin. But hey, I'm happy to win, I'm still in the tournament. I've just knocked out a defending champion, so I don't see why I can't win this tournament. I've won Pro Tours before, beat the best players in the world, so I'm not coming here to make numbers up. This is the tournament I'm going to win.
Well, we're going to see him back tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Bully boy, Michael Smith!